there was not a shortage of surprises and potential season-altering developments.
Right now, does the road in the AFC go through Kansas City?
Yes.
With another week now in the books, how about we dive into where all 32 NFL teams stand in the Week 7 edition of our Power Rankings. Number 32, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 32. On one hand, it's impressive that the Jets almost upset the Broncos despite mustering only 82 yards of offense. On the other hand, how in the world did they only muster 82 yards of offense? Games like this usually result in someone getting fired and players being benched. Number 31, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 31. Dylan Gabriel did his part to keep the overmatched Browns in the game against the Steelers, but at the end of the day, Cleveland just didn't have the pieces to take down a well-rested Pittsburgh team. What do you do when you play on a horrific team with no real difference makers? Number 30, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 29. After stunning the Cardinals on the road for their first win of 2025, the Titans put up a mega stinker in a 20-10 loss to the Raiders. All we can say is that the Tennessee fans may as well familiarize themselves with the top 2026 NFL draft prospects. Number 29, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 28. Credit to the Saints for keeping it close against a suddenly dangerous Patriots team, but careless penalties and too many defensive breakdowns stopped Kellen Moore's team from winning a second straight game. But they're showing plenty of fight and staying competitive in a rebuilding year. Number 28, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 27. Yeah, not that there was really much hope here, but Sunday's loss all but ends any chance Miami had at making an improbable second-half surge. Jobs will surely be lost.
I think it starts with the leadership. We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. There's a lot that goes into that.
Number 27, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 25. There was nothing surprising about the Ravens losing 17-3 to a powerhouse Rams team on Sunday, but that doesn't mean that it's not disappointing. We know you can't replace Lamar Jackson, but Cooper Rush still has Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Mark Andrews at his side. Number 26, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 23. The Bengals surprisingly kept it within 9 points against the heavily favored Packers, but moral losses are not a thing in the NFL. As expected, Joe Flacco didn't provide the jolt the unraveling Bengals needed after coming over via trade with Cleveland. Number 25, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 26. In a battle of two terrible AFC teams, it was the Raiders who ended a 4-game losing skid with a 20-10 win over the Titans. We'll see if they can build off of it with a road game against Kansas City next up on the schedule this Sunday. Number 24, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 22. This felt like a must-win game for an Arizona team coming off a disheartening home loss to the lowly Titans. Once again, fell short on a game that went down to the very wire. Losers of 4 straight now, Jonathan Gannon's squad clearly is not cut out for a playoff run. Number 23, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 30. Dart and fellow rookie Cam Scatterboo demolished the arch-rival Eagles in Thursday Night Football. No, I don't think the 2-4 Giants are about to go on a deep playoff run, but hey, at least there's finally room for long-term optimism. Number 22, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 19. Matt Eberflus's atrocious defense slept through the entire day and made Bryce Young look like an MVP in a heartbreaking 30-27 loss. Dallas is now 2-3-1 and in must-win territory against Washington on Sunday. Number 21, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 21. The Texans won consecutive games before heading into their Week 6 bye on a high note. If DeMeco Ryans' squad is to make a second-half run at the postseason, they're gonna have to play like the 2023 and 2024 teams that won AFC South Division crowns. Number 20, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 24. After defeating the Cowboys in a high-scoring thriller, the Panthers can only be deemed football's greatest enigma. 2 blowout losses, a near miraculous comeback in Arizona, and 3 convincing wins at home. Dave Canales' group is now 3-3 and suddenly showing life. Number 19, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 16. After playing 2 games in the UK, the Vikings got a much-needed Week 6 bye. J.J. McCarthy's status for Week 7 against Philly is still up in the air, but hey, at least the Vikings know that Carson Wentz can get it done in the short term. Number 18, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 12. An absolutely horrific and gross loss to suffer at home against the Bears on Monday night. Washington was 1 yard away from icing it, only for Jaden Daniels to botch a handoff that was recovered by the Bears. Now Dan Quinn's team is 3-3 with a leaky defense and up-and-down offense. Number 17, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 20. One day, we'll figure out exactly who these Falcons are. They've defeated the Vikings, Commanders, and now the Bills, 3 playoff teams from a year ago. They nearly beat the powerhouse Bucks in Week 1, but also got crushed by the Panthers in Week 3. The Falcons really are a great enigma. Number 16, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 18. The Bears took advantage of several Washington miscues to escape with a stunning 25-24 road win on Monday night. After a miserable 0-2 start that led to same old Bears accusations, Chicago is now 3-2 and very much in the playoff race. Number 15, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 17. The Chiefs, unsurprisingly, reminded everyone that they are very much alive and not going anywhere. A statement 30-17 win over the powerhouse Lions? Yeah, see? We told you they weren't done yet. Number 14, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 15. Don't look now, but the Patriots now have won 3 in a row and 4 of 5. Yeah, beating New Orleans is not as impressive as beating Buffalo, but come on. The previous Patriots teams in the post-Brady era would have lost this game. Number 13, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 14. After a heartbreaking home loss over Tampa Bay, the Seahawks rebounded with a clean and crisp road win over the surging Jaguars. The Seahawks defense held a dangerous Jacksonville team to 12 points, just further cementing themselves as a low-key contender in the wide-open NFC. Number 12, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 4. Coming off a statement home win over the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, the Jags put up a discouraging effort against the road warrior Seattle Seahawks. With the Colts also emerging victorious, it was all around kind of a bad week for the Jags. Number 11, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 2. Okay, maybe it's time to panic a little bit out there in Philly. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are still mostly invisible, and the league's #1 defense of 2024 suddenly forgot how to make big plays and stops. What's extra concerning is that Philly didn't even look that great during their 4-0 start. Number 10, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 13. It was closer than they wanted, but some late heroics from Justin Herbert and Ladd McConkey set up Cameron Dicker's game-winning field goal to help the Bolts escape with a 29-27 win over the helpless Dolphins. Just some real excellent resilience and true mental toughness by Jim Harbaugh's squad after 2 straight losses. Number 9, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 5. In a battle of 2 NFC powerhouses with lengthy injury reports, the 49ers fell short 30-19 against the Buccaneers. And as if they didn't have enough injuries to begin with, Fred Warner left the game in the first half with an ankle injury that will likely end his season. So it might suddenly be panic time for the 4-2 49ers. Number 8, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 3. Yeesh, what a letdown of a game that was. Josh Allen threw 2 interceptions against a mediocre Falcons defense, and the Buffalo D made Michael Penix Jr. look like Patrick freaking Mahomes. A second straight lackluster effort by the Bills, who have now dropped 2 in a row after making a strong case as the AFC's top team. Number 7, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 1. After 4 straight blowout wins, the Lions were due for a letdown game. We wouldn't really read too much into this one. I mean, the Lions kept it close for 3.5 quarters despite a lackluster all-around performance. Number 6, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 11. The Packers made good on their bye week by taking down the Joe Burrow-less Bengals 27-18, moving to 3-1-1 for their first victory since Week 2. They look every bit like a Super Bowl contender and will be neck and neck with the Lions for the NFC North Division crown the rest of the way. Number 5, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 9. It wasn't pretty, but Sean Payton's defense saved the day in a sloppy game against the Jets overseas. That is now 3 straight wins for the Broncos, who are looking every bit like the Super Bowl contender many of us had envisioned. With the Chiefs looking vulnerable and the Chargers banged up, this really feels like the year that Denver could snag its first division title in 10 years. Number 4, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 10. After a brutal home loss to the 49ers in Week 5, the Rams came into Baltimore and made easy work of the Lamar Jackson-less Ravens with a 17-3 victory. Winning decisively ought to be a nice confidence boost before they travel to London for a showdown against Jacksonville. Number 3, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 8. The Steelers had a clean and near-perfect game against the Browns, winning 23-9 to improve to 4-1 on the year as they continue to distance themselves from the AFC North rivals. Aaron Rodgers has mastered the game manager role, with the ground game and defense doing the bulk of the heavy lifting here. Number 2, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 7. Man, the Colts just keep on winning. The Colts are 5-1 and enjoying a double whammy with the Jaguars also losing to Seattle. The Colts have solidified their position as legitimate contenders in the AFC. Number 1, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 6. Baker Mayfield just keeps finding new ways to wow us. No Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, or Bucky Irving, and Emeka Egbuka left the game with a hamstring injury. And the Bucs still outdueled a dangerous 49ers team 30-19 with Mayfield taking his MVP case to another level. Hey, what changes would you make to our Week 7 power rankings? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.